Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Steven, and today's story starts right here in the heart of downtown Mooresville at a 1900s old historic cotton gin that is still standing today. Now, before I get started on the video, I want to make the disclaimer that all of this property that I am on right now that you are seeing is private property. I have obtained permission by the owners of this property who own the furniture store just a few buildings down, and I explicitly got permission today to film here. So do not come on this property without permission. I said it. Let's get started. All right, we're just taking a different look here at this angle of the old cotton gin or cotton mill. It is one of 3 buildings on this property that is clearly posted no trespassing, as you can see right up here. This, from what I can tell, was at one time the main building where the actual gin was housed. And then you have, which we'll get to shortly, you have this building and then another building there on the corner. All of these buildings are dated to approximately the early 1900s or 1900. Looks like some folks have thrown their trash out. Look at this vine growing straight up and out of the side of the building. That is absolutely incredible. The branches are sticking straight out like a tree right off the side of the building. Unfortunately, I do not have a whole lot of history. I could not locate anything. The family that now owns this property didn't have a whole lot of information besides this was built in the early 1900s, or about the year 1900 rather. All 3 of these buildings, and it was an early cotton gin, cotton mill in that area. I'm not sure how long it ran for. Don't really know a lot of details on it, but I'm amazed that it's still standing today, which is awesome. It has definitely seen better days, but I love the old weathered look. The old weathered look is fantastic. Here's an old set of stairs with the old wrought iron going up here. The wind is blowing today. It is about 85 degrees today here in Mooresville. It's a beautiful day. It's warm. But I wanted to highlight this just to see. There again, this is not a property you can walk on, so I was very honored, and thank you, by the way, to the family for allowing me to come out here and get an up-close look and to be able to film this property for those that do not have that accessibility. Moving on here to the second building, which was part of the current family that owns it. Part of what they were using it for, an outlet of some sort. They still use this building today, but it is now a warehouse for them. And now we're moving along to the side of this building. This particular building here, being all brick, does look like, of course they still use this building, but it does look like in the past it was upgraded, a little more modernized. Even though it's still very, very old, there are some elements of it that you can tell are not as old as that. Now there is a vehicle here that is somebody who works here at the facility. I really wish I knew the complete history on this building. But even not knowing the history is still pretty amazing, just to come out and look and see that it still stands today. Some graffiti. I wonder what this is. If you know what this is right here, let me know in the comments below. It goes all the way up. Has some sort of hook right there. I have no idea what that would be or what that was used for. Looks like some sort of crank. Maybe? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what that is, if you have any idea. Moving along to the back side, there is another small building here. This looks like maybe it was just a storage building. It's hard to believe at one time this was probably a very thriving, busy little roadway coming through here between and behind the mill, loading up goods here at the old bay door. Vehicles, I could just imagine that in my head. Just vehicles coming up and down the street here. I don't know if these were windows at one time. You can kind of see how it's split here. I don't know if these were windows or maybe another bay door of some sort a long time ago. Look at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There's like an auger bit coming out of the roof right there. And I have no idea what that was used for. There again, if you know in the comments, let me know. I would be interested. As a matter of fact, if you know any of the history on this building, let me know in the comments. Provide the links, because I would love to look it up and actually read about it. I tried. There again, I just couldn't find anything. There again, talking about danger. Here's another reason you're not allowed on the property. You could get yourself hurt. This is fascinating. This is so fascinating. Here is a circle of stone right in the center of the ground. No idea what that would be used for. I have so many questions, so many unanswered questions. All right, the ground is solid here. That's a good sign. I don't know if maybe that was a well. I don't know. Look how old this brick is. This weathered. Ah. I'm kind of nerding out right now. I'm a huge history nerd, and I am nerding out over the old history. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this is part of the roof that is falling, and on the roof are the old square head nails. This is the third building that I was talking about. The family here, right there, you can see who they are. They own this, all of this property. Thank you again to the Brawley family. We're not gonna go over there. I'm not gonna film that. That's an active business. I respect that. What was this little building right here? Do not block the entrance. Please park in the graveled lot against the fence. That's really cool. I have no idea what's in there. Can't get a good enough view. There's the smaller shop. Nothing really to see on this building. The overgrowth has taken up the side and the back side of the building here. Just can't really see anything except what you see right now. I think that'll do it for today. This has been a great little experience for me personally. I love history. I kind of nerd out on this stuff. Not knowing exactly how much historical relevance it brought to the town, it's kind of intrigued me more. So this was a great find, and I'm very excited to share this with you all. I do appreciate everybody watching. The channel is starting to do well, and we're getting some interaction. So there again, thank you. I appreciate everybody. And we'll see you guys in the next video.